Hi, my name is Claire and I really like to knit. In my vlogs, I like to take you on a journey from cast on all the way to the finish of a knitted garment. And this week, I have finished a brand new singlet. So if you want to see how I drafted this pattern, how some issues came up always, and how I finished it, please keep watching. Everywhere else is summer right now, and every vlog out there, every podcast, people are talking about casting on summer projects. Here in Brisbane, it's winter. And I mean, it's 16 degrees, so it's not really winter, but it's still pretty cool. I'm wearing double jumpers at the moment because this morning it's pretty dreary outside and it's a little bit cool, and I've got cold fingertips, which is not good for knitting. So I thought I'll double jumper it up. However, my mind is on summer knits. I've been having a look online and there are a lot of cute camisoles that are popular right now. And my inspiration today is from the Sezane website. Sezane's got this really cute lacework camisole that's on a really lightweight yarn, and it's got little pico frilly edges. It looks really romantic and cute. So I wanted to knit something similar. And last night I cast it on. This is the Purl Soho linen quill. I've had this in neon colors for quite a while now, thinking I'll make a neon jumper, but I never did. Sorry, that's a bit of a mess. I actually used some of it to make my neon lapwing collar, but I've always wanted to use this yarn properly for something. So I thought a summer cardigan would be perfect because of the linen content, and it's a very light fingering weight. Camisole wise, I didn't want to buy a pattern because I've already made a few before, and I thought I'll create my own pattern from my Japanese lace stitch book. I pulled out an old pattern. I used the Outline Tank by Jessie Maid and as the basis because it's a very, very easy pattern, and the last time I made it, it fits pretty well. I thought I'd just use that as the base. It's a very simple shape, and I'll just choose a lace pattern to go with it. And there are so many beautiful patterns in this book, so it was very hard to choose one. And yesterday it took me ages and ages, back and forth, and I finally chose this one here. It's really gorgeous, romantic and soft, and looks a lot like the Sezane one. And I cast it on the ribbing. I actually had to do this twice. I got up to about 2 centimeters and realized it was twisted. Then I had to rip it all back and start again. And this morning I was all ready to start my lacework pattern, putting my markers, and realized I did my math wrong. This was my math. And the pattern was a 21 stitch repeat, with 17 being the lacework and 4 stitch being the little piping in the middle. So I mapped it all out. It's like, yep, that looks good. I'll have the lacework in the 3 columns towards the middle and the little pipings in between. No, I did my maths wrong. Of course I did. I'm supposed to be good at maths. I'm always talking about how good I was at maths in school, but it has definitely left me because I didn't do the calculations properly, and this is not right. So option 1 is to rip all of that ribbing out and start again. Or option 2 is to choose a new lace with the right stitch count that will fit into this 192 stitches. So since I've already done the ribbing twice, I'm really not keen to rip it out. And there's so many beautiful lace patterns in here. So I have now chosen this one. I think that looks pretty good too. It's a little bit more classic. It's a diamond shape with a little leaf in the middle, and that'll look really nice too. Although I really like the other lace work, it doesn't add up. If I rip it out and do it again, it's either going to be too big or too small with this gauge count. So yes, I will do this diamond shape and let's hope it works. What I've also got is cast on Idas. I have currently 4 other whips. I'm going through this burst of inspiration at the moment where I just want to cast on all the things. I've got project 1. This is Hitomi Shida's lacework top. Pattern number 2. This is a summer lace top from the Ketodama magazine. Project number 3, just a scrappy baggy dumpling bag. Here, which one's top? Almost done. This one only took a few hours. It's a scrappy bag. It's going to be the dumpling bag from the Purl Soho website. And project number 4 is currently drying. I've made a sleeve as a swatch, and this is another beautiful lacework top by Hitomi Shida. And this is with a woolly yarns 100% pure cashmere. It's a Loro Piana brand, so it's extremely soft and beautiful, and I think this one's going to look really expensive. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing vlogs on all of them because I don't think I can handle 5 vlogs at the same time. And I don't know if I will continue with all of them, especially this one. It's beautiful. I'm using the woolly yarns, cashmere and merino, but the pattern is very intense. Every single row, every single stitch, I have to be staring at the pattern because it's not easy to memorize. And as a whole top, it's going to be very intense. Also, I haven't even reached the gauge count that I like. So yes, this one will be sitting on the sidelines for a while I finish my 4 other whips. I changed my mind. I really like this pattern still. So I'm going to hack it and try and make it fit my stitch count. So I need to change this from a 21 stitch to a 24 stitch. So what I would do is this little piping here, instead of a 4 stitch pattern, I'm going to change it to a 7 stitch pattern, and I've already got something in mind. So I'm going to give that a try. Let's work a few rows and see how it looks. This beautiful lace pattern has some baubles in it, and since I learned how to knit backwards, it is the best thing for knitting baubles because that means you don't have to turn for just 3 stitches. So like I'm making a bauble so quickly right now, very proud of myself, and it's looking really good. Also with the pattern adjustments, I think it's working out really well. I've changed the pattern again a couple of times while I was knitting just to see what looks good, and it looks great. So here are my little baubles, and you can't really see, but this is a little cable that I changed. I changed it from a 4 stitch cable to a 7 stitch cable. Instead of 1 purl stitch here, it's 2, and then instead of a 2 stitch twist, I made it into a 3 stitch cable twist. I think it'll still work out well because that's the main pattern with this little thing here on either side. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to show you how I do my baubles? Okay, so I'm up to the bauble stage again, so I'll show you how I do it. It's just a 3 stitch 4 row bauble, this one here, where my thumb is. I go knit 1, knit 2, and knit 3 all into the same stitch. So usually you would turn to purl these 3 stitches. I'm just going to knit backwards. So, backward stitch 1, backward stitch 2, and backward stitch 3. Then I knit this 3, 2, 3, and then I purl this 3 again, except I am knitting it backwards. 1, 2, 3, and then I just knit this 3 together. So slip 2 together, knit 1, and then put this 2 over. Put this 2 over. A little bit loose, but yeah, that's my bauble. They are probably on the loose side, but I think once the lace pattern is down a little bit more, it might be okay. Because I am making another. This one I'm here, Hitomi Shida. This one is knit with a crochet hook, and I think that looks really nice. So I might give that a try. If after the next row I have a look at this, if it's too loose, I might give this technique a try. It's a double rainbow. Wow, look at that. I was born in China, so we don't even see the blue sky, let alone a rainbow. And in Australia, we get rainbows almost all of the time because I know in Queensland there's a lot of rain and sunshine happening at the same time, like today. And I still get excited and giddy every time I see a rainbow. Not much to report, everything's going well. I've done about 20 centimeters of the body. It's about 40 centimeters when I stretch it a little bit, so it'll have a nice negative ease when I wear it, hopefully not too tight. Should be okay. I probably should put it on a spare yarn and try it on, shouldn't I? But otherwise, there's not much to report. It's all going well. I still haven't really memorized the pattern yet, so I still look at it every few rows, but that's okay because it's easy. And touch wood, not too many mistakes. There's only one place where I missed a bobble, but honestly, can you tell? You're not going to be able to find it. Yeah, very enjoyable knit and coming up really quickly. And I've actually abandoned all of my other whips now that I'm working on this one, except for this little dumpling bag I made. One of those easy dumpling bags. I got this pattern from Purl Soho. I made it with some scrap rowan cotton yarn, and it's perfect for a little project bag. Just put it on your wrist. It doesn't look very nice when it's not filled, does it? Maybe I need to put another skein of yarn in there to give it a nice shape. Looks like Neapolitan ice cream. Here's my final completed product of the green leaf singlet, or cami. I'm just going to call it singlet because that's what Australians say. So I'm really happy with the result. It was a very quick knit and very enjoyable. I didn't do a lot of filming throughout the process because I've been a bit distracted lately, but I'll just give you a quick summary. So the shape of the singlet was taken from Jessie May's outline tank. It was a very simple design. It was completely symmetrical front and back, so it was very easy to modify. I took that pattern because, can you stop it? Oh man. And the inspiration was from Sezane, a beautiful chic French design website. I have bought a couple of things from them before, and all of the things are very romantic, beautiful, but I generally don't really like their fabric. So when I saw that Francis Cami on their website, I really liked it, so I thought I can make that. So I made it. So the cast on was 192 stitches. I found the pattern of the lace from the Japanese knitting Bible, and it took a long time to choose one that I liked, but this one worked out really well. I just cast on 192, knit in the round all the way up to the armhole. And as I mentioned, I had to change the pattern a little bit to fit my stitch count because my maths. So this little column here used to be a 4 stitch and now it's a 7 stitch. Very simple. The 2 purl stitches on either side of the column I changed from 1 stitch to 2, and the twist in the middle I changed from 2 stitch to 3. So now being a 7 stitch repeat, it was the right stitch count because I didn't want to unpick and start again. Now once I got to the armhole, I started doing decreases. I do 1 stitch decrease every other row, which was what the outline tank said. Starting with the armhole, I do that 4 times, and then I start decreasing at the same time from the front and back as well. And I decreased all the way up to 3 stitches, adjusting a little bit so it finishes in the middle of this bobble here, and then do the 3-stitch I-cord all the way to the back. In the back, because I only had 100 grams of yarn, I didn't do any fabric in the back, and I just I-cord it all the way back, and I think that still looks really nice. It doesn't feel too revealing, so but if I had more yarn, I'd probably put more fabric in the back and do some V's in the back as well. When I finished, I did a crochet edge all the way around the side to match the Sezane top. It looked really romantic, and I think the crochet edge is what drew me to that design in the first place. It took me a couple of goes. I had to rip back a couple of times. I had to rip back because it was too loose the first time, and then I did it again, just doing some little DCs along here. And if you look closely, it looks a little bit frilly. From afar, it just looks nice and tidy. And I think that really finished it off. With the baubles, these ones on top are a little bit more prominent down than the ones down the bottom. So I did learn another trick while I was knitting other baubles on my other projects to pick up a stitch from underneath to really lock that bauble in and make it a bit more prominent. Because the lower baubles, you can see they're a little bit more flat. So I will make sure I do that bauble trick every time from now on. I think I will make more camis very soon because it's just so much fun, and everyone's knitting summer knits online. And there are so many more inspirational patterns in the Japanese Stitch Bible that I want to try. And yeah, so keep your eye out because there'll be a few more of this coming. Now, I was also very distracted while I was making this top. Amongst my few other knitting projects, I made 2 little bags. I've already shown you the dumpling bag. It's not amazing, but it's okay to carry my water bottle and my phone in when I go to the gym. And this is the new Vitreous bag. Okay, Vitreous bag from the collaboration between Pom Pom and Hobby Yarn. I think I made it the first day it came out because it was just such a cute bag, and it's so simple. It's a crochet. So I had some saffron, drop saffron that I ordered a while ago in blue and lilac. I was going to knit 2 different things, but when I held them together, it created this beautiful color. This color is just fantastic. I really like it. So it's a bubble stitch crochet design on a 5mm crochet. Can you stop it? On a 5mm crochet hook. It took me 2 days to make up, and I now use it all the time because it's just, yeah, it's really versatile. I did a I-cord. Did I do I-cord? No, I just hooked it. It's just a chain stitch strap, and I sewed in some little magnetic tabs in here just to close the bag so my wallet doesn't fall out. And inside, I've got my tissues, wallet, keys, and some hand sanitizer, and a lipstick, which Ollie took out. But yeah, perfect fit, and yeah, it's a perfect fit, and I have been using it for the whole week. So now this one's finished. I only have 4 other projects on the needle, so make sure you subscribe to see what I will be finishing, fingers crossed, next week.
This is my review of the green leaf sweat singlet. Well, it's pretty itchy, so that'll take a point off. It looks pretty nice. The pattern is nice, but then the strap here is way too skinny, so it looks weird. So yeah, my final review would be an 8 out of 10.